not gonna work.
No.
I am not gonna make this.
Is it fade out or just go down together?
Went down.
First day we opened, it was like a show of force or whatever. We had like a few jets fly over.
Oh, there it is again.
First time we saw it fading away.
Yeah, it's moving, but it's behind trees, right?
You can't see anymore. Oh wait, there it comes out again. To the right a
Yeah,
little
what
bit.
is that?
Okay, ECETI Ranch. Last night was pretty cool. Saw lots of lights and stuff bouncing around in front of Mount Adams. Really pretty trippy. You know, the stuff in the sky, you can go, okay, well, that could be satellite or something, or atmospheric or whatever, because you know, you're seeing the same thing that looks like satellites. Some of these had like a little bit of a wonky kind of movement to them, so that part is questionable, but it's kind of disputable. The stuff in front of Mount Adams, you know how far it is, you know it's not satellites, you know it's not planes. It's stuff, it's like little lights bouncing around in front of the mountain, and things go on, turn on, they're shiny, they're bright for a little bit, and then they turn off. Then they appear in another spot. And it's like, yeah, that's not, it's not Jeep trails, not, you know, lights and stuff. It's too far away. But anyway, last night I went back to my cabin. I slept okay. I woke up, and then it was like 6:30, so I decided I was going to go back to sleep. As I was going back to sleep, I felt somebody grab a hold of my foot for just a second, so it's just like a, you know, squeeze. And it was very gentle and everything, but I woke up and I was like, whoa, there's like something going on here. And so I tuned in, and I was kind of falling back asleep. I tuned in, and it was the Native American that I ran into yesterday at the Palladian little spot. Yeah, last night I heard his name was, what was it? So I ask about his name, and I hear the word theatrics. So I think it's just more dramatic. I think he goes by, wow, it's windy. Windy. We'll let the wind settle for a minute and then continue, if the wind will settle. Come on, wind. So he says theatrics. He says theatrics. And so, yeah, I get that his name is, and I start to fall back asleep, and I suddenly find myself underground in a place that looks like the bank in Harry Potter. It's Grimbledorf's, or it's not Grimbledorf's. Yeah, and now I'm just thinking of like Jewish deli names. Yeah, I'm in a canyon kind of thing underground, and there's a walkway on the side, and I go, and there's steps, and I start going up these stairs, and to go around a corner, and I'm like following somebody or looking at somebody, and then I realize what's going on, and I accidentally pop back into this reality, and I pop back in, and I'm awake. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. I want to go back and check that out, and I can basically go astral pretty easily, or I used to be able to. So I go astral, and I go back to this place. I pop back into this world I was just in, and immediately I hear, like, oh, you aren't supposed to be there unescorted, and something like a butterfly comes down and picks me up and pulls me up, and I'm back in my body. So there's that. And then something else I wanted to remember was, on the way over, I was telling my team, like, okay, be ready for this. And I heard them say, it's not what you think. And so I don't really know what that means. I'm guessing that I thought that this was like a place where it's like a place for contact with ETs. So a place to contact up or to do that stuff. But I think there's more going on underground, and there's more going on the surface than like stuff that's up. I've also had a little bit of fairy contact. I haven't talked to anybody yet, really. I'm getting kind of that I have, but we'll have to check. We'll have to see what's going on audio. There might be a lot of commentary while I'm talking. So if you guys have stuff to say, insert it where I'm not talking, like in that spot. I've met some neat people. I've done some like kind of impromptu readings for people, and they've given me information. Really neat place. A lot happens when you sleep here too. So there's no just straight up relaxing, nothing happening kind of moments. Well, it's all relaxing and it all feels good. But there's nothing, there's no moment where you're just chilling. You're just chilling doing nothing. There's always something incoming. Should I tune into anything? Oh, again, before I started recording, I was hearing, hey Brett, hey Brett. So I think that's the fairies. I have a good relationship with these guys. I like them. They're neat. So ECETI Ranch, there's a lot going on here. I think you have to be tuned in a little bit to get it. Or maybe if you aren't tuned in, maybe if this isn't your thing, you aren't sensitive, then maybe you just kind of are whammied with it. It might be kind of traumatic for some people to have this kind of thing happen. There's going to be some audio, some stuff coming through. I don't know if it'll be audible or if it's just stuff that'll end up as text. But it's like lots of commentary going on while I'm doing this stuff. I need to bring out my other selfie stick because this holding it like this, I'm just like shaking and all this stuff. Anyway, this is it for day 2. We'll have to see what happens this evening or this afternoon. Or maybe I'll have to tune in right here and see if anything happens. Yeah, I get a sense of a lot of fairies or a lot of fairy folk, little people, like just hanging out watching. I think there's a lot going on here, a lot going on here. And the regular spirits, regular folks are, they're hanging out, hanging back a little bit, talking, trying to figure out what's going on too. Well, that's it for this spot, I think.
Later in the day, I record EVP audio and review it right then and there on the spot. Then the file disappears, and my team, my ever-changing group of spirit guides, decides to shut me down. I guess it's like stranger danger, and I'm running around like a little kid interacting with everybody. So my team decides to rein me in.
So I just did audio, and I think I am supposed to not be trying to open up. So we'll see how it goes. It's my team trying to deal with all of the different kinds of folks around here. The fairies and the elementals and the other folks who are being drawn, so it's gonna be interesting. Not sure what the arrival at 3 o'clock means. We'll have to see. I hope the audio works, because I don't have my other recorder.
Once again, a group of us forms at the field for the Skywatch. And as the sun sets and the activity starts, my cameras become useless. They're unable to capture the activity in the sky. James Gilliland brings out his night vision scope for the group to pass around. When I get it, I try to align my camera to the eyepiece, hoping to film through the scope, but I feel like I'm unable to get it to line up or focus, so I pass it on to the next person. It's not until days later, when I'm doing spot checks on my footage, that I notice I got something. I'm like, what? What? I am so excited. I captured at least 2 lights moving through the sky. These aren't insects, meteors, birds, or conventional aircraft. These are the definition of UFOs. These are unidentified flying objects, and they're identical to what we've been witnessing all night. They match up with all of the other strangeness I've experienced at the ranch. My astral visit to the Crystal City, rumors of Bigfoot, and all the energies and spirits I've come into contact with.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
No.
Hi, how can I help?
What's the cheapest night vision scope?
Here's a summary from Thermal Imaging Camera Reviews. Top 5 best budget night vision scopes. 1. ATNX Sight 2-Day Night Rifle Scope. 2. Night Owl Night Shot Digital Night Vision Rifle Scope.